Channel, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be responding to Gardening with Leon's challenge. Ranger has been wanting to have one of his own plants anyway, so this is a perfect time for him to do his own self-wicking tub tomato plant. Saw the self-wicking tubs over on Sawyer Ridge Farms video. We also saw it on Arms Family, and we checked into it again on Gardening with Leon. So Gardening with Leon has a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge, of years of experience. He really promotes these self-wicking tubs. So what we're going to do today is go through, and Ranger's going to show everybody how to do a self-wicking tub. It's so easy. How old are you, Ranger?
8.
It's so easy, an 8-year-old can do it. So let's get to work on that. Some of the things we're going to need to get started with this is 6-inch pipe. So we're going to cut sections of 6-inch pipe to go in this old protein lick tub. So we have several of these lick tubs laying around from the farm. We buy them for our cows. We have red ones, we have black ones. So we didn't have to go buy these, luckily. Maybe if you don't have any, if you know any farmer that uses protein tubs, you can get some off of them. The next thing we need is some 6-inch pipe. So if you watch Gardening with Leon, his videos, he also uses milk jugs, he uses pipe, he uses water bottles, he uses 5-gallon buckets. There's a lot of varieties of things you can do to make these tubs. But today we're going to use some of this old sewer pipe that we were able to pick up pretty cheap. And Ranger's going to cut this. So this is the one thing that an 8-year-old will need a little bit of help from his parents on. But this is Ranger's tomato, and he's entering the Garden with Leon's competition. So we want to let Ranger try to do most of it himself. So, you ready, buddy? All right. Job. All right, so this first one is going to fit in here just like that. It's a little crooked on that end, and that's great because the tub's curved anyway. So it doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be done. So the Ranger's going to do one more. All right, so that was the first step, is getting these two cut and put in the bottom. The next thing we're going to do is cut a piece of PVC pipe on an angle to stick in here to be our watering source. So we'll go ahead and cut this next one. Right, you're going to put your safety glasses on.
Safety up.
And we're going to cut this one at a little bit of an angle. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, now see this? Can you put that down in there? Right in that corner. All right, that's it. So that's going to let you put water in, fill water up. Okay? All right, so the next thing we need to do is cut our fabric. So this is just weed barrier fabric. It lets the water through. But it keeps any weeds from growing. It'll also keep the dirt from going down into our water reservoir. So Ranger, if you want to hold this level out, we're going to measure 4 foot.
I'm over here.
All right, there's 4 foot. You want to come cut it now? All right, you just cut straight across. Come straight to me. There you go. If you just push it, keep it like that. There you go. It's makes it a little easier. All right. So now, Ranger's going to take this and just push it down on both sides like this. Can you push it down, buddy? All right. And now we're ready for dirt.
I need my shovel.
You wanna get your shovel?
Where did it go?
Probably want to go ahead and put a layer of rabbit manure. So
I got it.
You want to get it?
All right, the boys are coming back with the rabbit manure. They rigged them up a little contraption.
All right, so we're putting this rabbit manure about halfway down. That way when the vegetables get more established and the roots come down and start looking for some nutrients, they can find this rabbit manure.
No, me. I'm gonna
That's good. Dump it. All right, that should be plenty, guys. Thank you. The next thing we did is fill our wicking tub up with dirt. So this isn't regular dirt. Regular dirt in a tub like this, from what I've learned just by watching their videos, will not work because it's so thick, the moisture won't wick up. This is actually composted horse manure from a horse stable close to our house. We're gonna leave a iCard so you guys can go check out the video at Sawyer Ridge Farm. They have a video where they traveled over there and picked some up. We went and got a trailer load a couple days ago. That's what you saw us getting this dirt off of, or this compost. I think their video is black gold, and an entire load of that stuff was $25. So Ranger filled it up halfway, and then we put a layer of rabbit manure about halfway up the bucket. And what that did for us is once the roots get a little more established on the tomato plants, they're gonna go down and find that nutrients. But it won't give it too much when it's a young plant. So the very last thing that we need to do, and we could have done this first a while ago, is drill a hole 5 inches up. So our pipes are right through here. So we need to go 5 inches up. And I've got my Sharpie right here. Okay. Can you draw it 5?
all the way up.
Right here. Just draw a little circle. Okay. So Ranger's got that done. Now we're gonna drill the hole. You want to drill the hole or you want me to?
I'll drill the hole.
Okay, come around here. And what this is going to do, so we drilled this at 5 inches up. So from here to here is going to be our reservoir of water, and we'll be able to fill it up right here. And then on the sides, that dirt, dirt will wick up the moisture up to the plant. So go ahead, Ranger. Go. Okay, that's good. Now spin it out. All right, so Ranger's got the hole drilled 5 inches up. So now that will let air go in, and there will be a water reservoir, there'll be a little air pocket, and then our plant up top. So the competition is from 5 years old and up. Ranger's 8 years old, and so he's gonna compete with them. The plant that he's gonna plant is a cherry tomato, Super Sweet 100. Wanna go show him that? Put it closer to the camera. About right there. Let's move it around a little bit. So the competition for cherry tomatoes is that Ranger is going to count every tomato that comes off of this vine. So every couple of days, or as often as we pick, Ranger's going to come out here and go through and count every tomato that comes off the vine. So that's the competition. So Ranger, you ready to plant your plant?
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to, just dig a little hole right in the center, pretty deep. So we'll get your hand down there like this, move that dirt back. And part of this competition is so kids can learn how to grow their own food. Not only what's going on today in the world, but just any time in general is a great time for kids to learn how to grow their own food. We've been keeping our kids involved in the garden ever since we've been doing it, and they always enjoy it. There's never a time, it seems like, once they get out there, sometimes it's hard to get them out, but once they get out there, they enjoy it. All right, so we're going to plant that really deep. Push that dirt around there.
You want to put this in the fire?
Good job. All right, and then you can put this right here, put it in the soil. That's going to show you right up the edge.
You can do that.
All right.
Ransom, can you tell the people what you're carrying around?
Pizza.
You bring that out and said you wanted me to cook it? Yeah. Ransom, what should they do if they like our video?
Hit the notification, give it a thumbs up, and hit the notification. God bless.
All right, so we use a 2-inch PVC pipe for our watering pipe. So whenever we get these closer to our water hose, we'll be able to just put the water hose in and fill it up until water comes out of the bottom of the wicking area, or the hole, and then we'll know it's full. Right now though, we're gonna leave it close to our shop in case we get a cold night. We'll be able to just pull these into our shop, and if we need to, we can put an electric, little bit of light on them to keep them growing. So right now though, we're gonna go ahead and water them. So Ranger, if you wanna hold that there.
After it gets a little bit empty, I can pour it.
Let's hope I don't spill it on you. You ready? So they say that you only have to water about once a week. So you have that big reservoir down there that can hold a lot of water. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. If these really do well, I'm going to be building a lot more wicking tubs for the garden for next year.
Can I pull the rest?
Yep.
Okay, hold this.
Bubby, you want to hold it? Easy.
Oh. Huh.
Somehow you managed to spill some. I poured the whole thing. All right.
How does it do that?
Huh?
How does it do that?
Now the bottom's completely full of water, guys. So we can just set them over here.
Oh, I see it.
You see the water?
That's the dirt.
That's the dirt. Look over here and look in that hole. See if you can put your finger in. Or no, it's not big enough for that. We'll have to wash those holes if it needs.
Ransom's fingers a little.
Do you feel any water, Ransom?
I'll do my pinky.
Is it wet?
No.
Come look down this pipe. You can see the water. See? All right, so that's the self-wicking gardening tub for a Ranger. He's gonna again compete in the competition to see how many tomatoes he can get off this. Ranger, how many tomatoes do you think this is gonna make? This is cherry tomatoes.
10.
10? I hope it makes more than 10. Try somewhere between 200 and 500.
300.
300? So these little...
350.
We've had cherry tomatoes in the past. This is Super Sweet 100. I think we've had these before, and they just load up with little bitty tomatoes all over, and they are really good right out of the garden. You can just pop them in your mouth and eat them, and they're really good. But we wanted to do a special thanks to Gardening with Leon and Arms Family and Sawyer Ridge Farm. All of them have done tutorials on this. We'll leave an iCard and a link in our description to go check out those full videos. We also want to thank Sawyer Ridge Farm for showing us where to go get some of this dirt, this horse compost. Mazzy hasn't said for sure that she wants to compete, but if she wants to compete, then we're going to come out here and make one with her as well. And I'm going to make several more of these wicking tubs to give them a try. I think we're even going to try some other plants in them. So stay tuned. We're going to do some other plants and see how that works out.
Oh, and don't forget, subscribe.